Hey everybody, it's Coinsnobz. I'm Keith.
I'm Jason.
And today we are going to do some quarters. But we are not going to do a box of quarters. We have another installment from our friend that has washing machines. So we are going to do raw, unsearched, straight from the machine quarters. We've got, there's about 5 inches worth of quarters in the bottom of that bucket.
Easily.
So, having pawed through here a little bit, I just kind of skimmed over the top. We got some good new circulation ones. There was a proof right on top. So, anyway, it seems to be that we got some good stuff to pull out of there. So, we'll see you at the wrap-up.
Yep. And as you can see, we did quite well. Let's start over here per the usual. Alright, die chips first off. A 2016. Right there in his nose. Or as Keith would eloquently call it, a booger beak. And a 2018 Voyageurs. Sure, that's not how you pronounce it, but it's fun to pronounce it that way. Ugly, but he's got this nasty little die chip, this little thing right here, growing off of his cheek.
It might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
Nice little rim cud. That is on a Nebraska. There's that nice little rim cud. That basically happens when the part of the die fails and chips off, leaves a void in the design. So it's all able to be filled with metal when it's struck. Get that nice little raised part right there. Then we've got some die cracks. Philadelphia, so you know what that's going to be. Only they're usually not this aggressive. I mean, that one is aggressive. And then we got the good old 1999 Philadelphia Spitting Horse. And it's weird, for a long time we didn't find any of these, and now they're actually somewhat common for us to find. We just don't usually find two in the same batch. So, yeah. Let's see if we can get that light right. Light right. And yeah, you guys can kind of see it there. There we go. One decent 2009 American Samoa. Denver, not bad. And we'll go over here to some struck through grease, struck through debris, struck through, whatever. Something got between the planchet and the die when it was struck. Nothing super dramatic in this section. Pretty much just the usual. Mostly struck through grease. There's an older one. As you could probably tell, you probably saw the 1965 duh. 1981 Philadelphia that's a little bit struck through a piece of debris that is also nice and mint state. Looks like it might have been pulled out of a mint set recently. And a newer one. It's in really nice condition. And then we got some nice mint states. Whole bunch of the Rockefellers. All Denver, of course, since we're out here on the West Coast. These, of course, are the ones that we kept that are in nice condition. We actually found a couple that were pretty banged up. They looked like they were, from the 70s. I mean, there was one that was just hammered to death. And by hammered, I don't necessarily mean it was damaged. It was literally just circulation. More fingerprints for you. But yeah, some pretty good looking coins. Then we have some Salt River Bays. A couple of those guys. And a San Antonio Missions. All Denver. And a decent American Samoa National Park. Well, American Memorial Park, I guess I should say. Mariana Islands. And we had 3 South Dakotas in mint state condition. So I don't know if somebody opened up a mint roll or something. That's probably what it is. Of course, they're all Denver, so. And then a nice 1980 that is in mint state condition. A little bit of a scrape to the right side there behind his head, but that's okay. Nobody's perfect, right? And then a whole bunch of proof coins that look like they were fairly recently removed from proof sets, or 2x2s, or whatever. 1999 Connecticut. Of course, it's got some fingerprints. 2000 Virginia. 99 Georgia. And a 2003 Arkansas. And that one, as you can tell, has been out for a little while. And then we also have some San Francisco Mint business stripes. And again, I'm sure you guys have heard this before, but these were only available from the Mint in rolls and bags. As we get some samples from our friend Leanne. If you guys have seen those videos, you know the story behind those. Yeah, business struck S Mint coins. Those are always cool to find. Alright, and then we have some feeder finger damage. 1990 Denver. Quick explanation of the feeder finger damage again. That basically occurs when the mechanism, the finger, that loads and or ejects the unstruck or struck planchets, fully struck coin, scrapes one of or both of the dies. And as you can kind of see right here behind his ponytail, right there, and right there, kind of going from the E to the top of his neck, causes those scrapes on the dies. So naturally, every coin subsequently struck after that is going to have that little mark on it. Typically, the mint worker catches that fairly quick, but not always. Sometimes there can be quite a few coins that are exactly the same. 1998 Denver. Going from the same area, you can actually see it between the back of his neck, like the top of his shoulder there, and his ponytail, all the way to the same area. This one's a little bit more aggressive. It's a little bit wider, a little bit deeper. A little bit of strike doubling too. God we trust. But yeah, it's always cool to find feeder finger damage. And, I mean, depending on the severity, it can offer a little bit of a premium. They'll all have a little bit of a premium, but, I mean, it's not going to be a whole lot over the value of the coin. And this one's not in very good condition. And then some more of these Salt River Bays, all Denver, with all the same kind of feeder finger damage as the ones that we've been finding. So I guess they're not very rare. It's just weird that we're finding such a huge influx of them. I mean, I don't know how many of them wound up with that kind of damage. It's kind of crazy to me that there's so many of them that we're finding in so many different batches. I mean, we found them in customer rolls. We've found them in, bank wrapped rolls. It's crazy. Yeah, it's just crazy that we found so many of these that look, at least, exactly the same. Decent condition, lots of nasty little bag marks. Gotta have some of those. But in this case, the obverse die is okay, has not been hit by the feeder finger. Obverse die, also known as the hammer die, the one that actually comes down and strikes the blank planchet. Just occurring on the reverse here, which is the anvil die, the die that stays stationary. So we've got that one. And then we have this one. And this one looks like it might be a little bit different. Let's see, maybe we have two different occurrences here finally. Nah, yep, it's the same. And then the third one, let's see if that one's a match. Yeah, they're all the same. Yeah, I don't know, it's pretty strange. So many different times, so many different batches, we've found the exact same feeder finger damage on these coins. And then, the most exciting of all, 1963 silver. And not just any kind of silver, 90% silver. In terrible condition. That's okay, we still love you, Washington. Very cool. And better yet, the oldest quarter we've ever found in a roll, 1939. If it'll focus. Look at that bad boy. Worse for wear, but I mean, come on, 1939? And just imagine the things that Washington has seen, the hands that he has passed through. If this coin could talk, right? 1939. Definitely our oldest quarter found in a roll by a pretty good amount. Not really much of a rim left, but he's silver. Alright, that's the cool stuff to show you guys. Thanks for sticking around. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so. It's totally free. I think we're like around 86% of the folks that enjoy our videos have not subscribed yet. If you could, please go ahead and do so. Tick the bell if you want to get notifications every time we upload a new video. Throw her a thumbs up so the YouTube analytics know that you like this kind of stuff. And again, another great way to help us out. Still, of course, do have merch available, which is down in the description. You know, like, share, subscribe, blah, 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 all that fun YouTube stuff. Until next time, you know we love you. We'll see you soon. Stay safe.